It's there. Shut up.
Hello.
Well, you got the.
I probably lost everybody, in which case we don't have to do it.
Shit. Okay, so it just went live, and I think everybody can get on now, huh?
Yeah.
We had a little. They took away David's little film.
They took away my film icon.
They took away the film icon.
I wasn't happy with that.
And we couldn't find it.
We're here now.
We're here now.
Hello, 4 of you.
It is hot out there. Hey, Angela. Happy Friday.
We're here now. Yay. Okay, we're here. Yes. Now. It's Butternut Doucet's birthday weekend.
He just heard that. He wants to come see you.
He wants to come see me. It's my puppy. He is 9 years old.
He's a 9-year-old.
My first dog, believe it or not.
Your first dog.
And he is my forever friend.
Yes.
And I love him. He's been a great little doctor, nurse for me.
Yes.
Have you noticed? I'm sitting on a pillow on the bunket.
It's not because his ass hurts.
It's more comfortable.
That's because he can get up easier. Just to let you know, in
But
case you were wondering if his ass hurt.
my ass does not hurt anymore. I've been very lucky. Yesterday they took off whatever kind of weird bandage I had on, and he did that, and all of a sudden everything started going into place, and it was really, really, really good. I'm walking with a cane, but don't need it all the time. I feel great. I can move around the house. I've walked up and down the stairs. I've gone to therapy.
He drove the car today.
I drove for the first time in over 2 weeks. It's scary out there. No wonder Dee Dee yells a lot when she drives. There's some crazy ass people here. And anyway, we're here, and I know that keep my brother in your thoughts because he's still suffering through his knee operation, and I think he finally got some decent meds to help because the pain was pretty bad. And let's see, like Dee Dee said, it's hot. It's 87 degrees.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
It's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm thinking about what kind of corn dogs or hot dog dish maybe to make, or maybe bangers and mash. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Have me a hot dog dish.
A hot dog dish.
What's a hot dog dish?
Thank you, JC. I feel really good. Getting rid of all of the anesthetic stuff takes a couple of weeks apparently, and it just wears you out. Man, it's hard to explain. You don't know what it is. It's just like you're reluctant.
You're washed out.
You're washed out. That's a good word for it. But JC and those that live on the East Coast, I know there's only 4 of you watching this right now, but it looks like we're going, unless something drastic happens, in the month of October, we're going to be playing at the Katharine Hepburn Center. Is that in? I think it's in Connecticut. There's a couple of gigs up there on the East Coast that I have, but I haven't written down, so I can't tell you what they are. So things are starting to change. In Louisiana, they've dropped the mask mandate, unless of course you're not vaccinated. Now, what idiot would, anyway, I'm not going to
Anyway, let's not go into that.
No, we're not going to go into that.
We do want to remind you, however, that the Washington Post came out with a surprising stat this past week, which was that among the vaccinated, the virus has dropped precipitously, but among the unvaccinated, it is still at exactly the same death and rates as it was in January. So if you have to go out into the world where the unvaccinated, the unwashed are living, keep your mask handy just in case, because there's no sense now in either becoming a spreader, which would be the worst thing in the world, or I guess actually getting it, although now that you're vaccinated, you won't die. See the New York Yankees story. The New York Yankees story was extremely interesting that they had an outbreak, but since everybody was vaccinated, they were all back. Now, of course, none of us are major league athletes, but...
Nor do we have the care that they probably have. But
that's right. They've got the best medical care in the world. So... Wow, Angela, it's 42 degrees in Chicago and they have a fire. That is unfair.
Oh. Let's see, we're 90.
I've already sweat through my hair.
Oh no, I'm sweating now. And I've got the air conditioner down to 65, so it's like...
Ooh, that's slow.
Let's play some music. We're gonna do 10 songs.
Get your drink. Also, we got Michelle Lavoie. We want to wish her.
Oh yeah, Michelle, our friend Michelle broke her leg last week.
In two places.
But I think she's doing better. Everybody's doing better.
So, Poca, we're raising our glass to Michelle.
we're gonna have a drink, a sip right now. I know Ron and Angela are leaving soon, but we're only doing an hour-long show because the world is opening up, and I don't think people want to sit around the house for 2 hours.
And you're not supposed to be sitting around for more than an hour either.
Doctor's rules. Dee Dee rules.
I never want to see that foot blown up like that again,
I
ever.
don't blame you. I don't either.
53 degrees. All right, Michelle, my baby.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, the other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. And when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. Well, I'll always love you, and I'll make you happy if you will only say the same. But if you leave me for another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, well, you told me once, dear, that you really love me, and no one else, dear, could come between. But now you've left me for another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, please don't take my sunshine away. All right.
Yes, indeed.
This Band-Aid is not helping me.
Ah. What's it there for? What'd you do?
Paper cut yesterday.
Oh, no. Paper cut's the worst.
So I've had a couple. Oh, I was going to sing it in French too. Shoot, I need to add that to that. Anyway, it is Memorial Day weekend, and I thought there's a couple of songs that came to mind, but one of them is I'm going to play some Cajun songs I've never played before in front of you guys, all four of you. Hello, Julie Gray Bill. Well, maybe there's more.
5 of you.
Maybe
There you
there's
go.
more. Keep them coming. Tell your friends. It's just an hour long. How long does it take to make a drink? You can drink 2 drinks and still go out to eat and go see some music. A little bit of PSA. Beausoleil is going to do, I said this last week, we're going to do 3 more virtual shows. The first one is June the 23rd, which is a Wednesday. And we're going to focus on the songs and music of Dennis McGee or of that era. And that should be quite good. That's the coolest stuff. It's the stuff that got me attracted to playing Cajun music, and knowing Dennis McGee, who was that old time fiddle player, and the stories that Michael has of him, and the stories that we've had lots of stories with old Dennis. That's going to be a good show, and that's on ourconcerts.live, the same website, and of course I'm going to put it on here so that everyone will know. It's the Katharine Hepburn Arts Center. That's right. You got it. It's already listed, isn't it? JC. I think there's two others on that trip. And so that's going to be a pretty good show, I think. And then the next show we'll do sometime in July. It's going to be on our blues influences of Beausoleil. And the third one is going to be in August, which is going to be the New Orleans jazz influence, or the New Orleans music influence, not just jazz, Caribbean beats and stuff like that. They're just an hour long. They cost $15. They reduced the price, which I'm glad they did. It's a little more affordable. And tell your friends, I don't think they're going to be bad shows, and they're going to be midweek. So instead of watching the Wednesday night movie on HBO, you could watch us instead. And we're shorter.
You mean like not as tall?
No. Not 2 hours long. So this is a song that
wait, you didn't make a theme because of it's 10 songs in an hour, right?
yeah, 10 songs.
Yeah.
It might take a little more because we were trying to figure out 10 songs.
10 songs in an hour.
Period.
Yeah.
I have 10 songs written down here. That's all I'm doing. Unless we get
Because y'all don't want to see his ankle. If he sits
Oh no, we
on
don't do that no more.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if any of you have heard of Nathan Abshire, but he was very instrumental in bringing the accordion back to the music after World War II. Nathan was originally from Gaydon, Louisiana, but he ended up living in Basile, Louisiana, which is, I'm not going to tell you where that is, I'm tired of doing geography, but he lived in Basile and he managed, the city of Basile loved him so much they gave him a job managing the dump. How do you like that? Kind of strange, but it didn't require a lot of work. It had a free house that he and his wife lived in, and Nathan played accordion, and Dewey Balfour was often his fiddle player, and they played many, many, many gigs. He was very, very popular, made several albums, lots of recordings. He, in World War II, because Nathan was illiterate, but he spoke French, he was not on the front lines of battle. Okay, but he was like guys in the kitchen duty or whatever. It's true, he didn't do anything really dangerous.
Nathan was in terrible shape.
Yeah, he was. Well, he died in terrible shape. But so anyway, he recorded a song. He wrote lots of songs, and this one is called Le Blues de Militaire, the service blues. And I usually on Memorial Day I think about doing it. And just the other night I was listening to one of my favorite recordings, which was Rodney Balfour, who is one of my big heroes in Cajun music. Rodney, on their last album, the last Balfour Brothers album, was on Rounder, called J'ai voulu le renard et la belette. Rodney's singing this song, he's playing harmonica, and his son Tony's playing guitar, so he can get those vibratos on the harmonica, and he's playing this song. So the song is basically about being in the war, and the bombs are blowing up over your head, and you know that you're going to die. And I thought that since most people in America, or at least most Cajuns, or most people that I know, think that Memorial Day is the same thing as Veterans Day. It's not.
Right, except for the people who never came back.
The people who didn't come back.
Right.
So I always think of this song, and it's called, in English, it's called the Service Blues. Hope you like it. J'ai parti pour aller dans la mer. J'ai quitté tout ça, moi j'aimais. Comme moi, j'ai pris le grand chemin de fer avec un cœur aussi cassé. J'ai entendu le charge soufflait et mes cheveux le grattaient sur ma tête quand roulait dedans mes yeux. Quelle journée qui était si longue. Si tu voudrais t'en venir me rejoindre, ça a été au bout d'après d'espérer. Si tu as entendu le chant siffler et les grands charges donner la pas été. Quand j'ai parti pour aller dans l'armée, j'ai quitté tout ça, moi j'aimais. Comment j'ai pris le grand chemin de fer avec un cœur aussi cassé. That's a sad tune, but it's a good
The
song.
Daily World said that it was the tearjerker of World War II. I'm crying myself.
I sound like T.K. Hewland.
So he didn't know how to read and write.
He did not.
He wrote that.
He wrote lots of songs.
Barry Onslow taught him how to do his signature.
Yes,
So people wouldn't think he was stuck up.
that's right.
Doggone it, we're mean to each
Isn't
other.
that awesome?
We're so mean.
These
to
are true stories. That's one
Good
thing
Lord, we're
that
mean to each
you will
other.
not get in a show that's live because it's hard to put that in a show. But the stuff that we tell, those recollections, remembering those people and doing these things is like, it's been a year. This is number 10 for the second year, by the way.
What do we call it?
It's
Plus
just-
10?
A 2.10 now. It's like it brings back such memories. The heat brings back memories. But Nathan, after Rodney and Will Balfour were killed in that auto accident, Nathan just went to bed and died. He just couldn't handle it. I think Rodney was.
He played he played for Barry at the Festival Cayenne, and I saw him at several dances.
Yes,
But
you did.
he just sat there and cried. I mean, it was.
We went. I went with Mark de Basile, Meyer, whatever his name was, who was from Basile. He lived in Lafayette. Played accordion. He learned from Nathan. Oh, a few months before Nathan died, Nathan would hang out at the Bearcat Lounge in Basile, and Mark took me over there. And Nathan's wife, who was a dear, she was tending bar, and this was a dance hall bar. So, like on a Wednesday night, Nathan would have a jam. And not everybody would go because Nathan would get drunk and he couldn't play, and it was sad. But that particular night that we went, she made a pot of black-eyed peas and sausage with, of course, some, how you say rice, Dee Dee?
Ross.
Rice.
We can't. No, there's a fake Cajun commercial on right now, and the lady says Ross.
Rice.
Ross.
So,
anyway.
and we sat there and played at probably 5 hours. Didn't probably get home till after 2 a.m, and that was the last time that I saw him. And although when he died, the Catholic priest did not want music, Cajun music in the church. Mark de Bazile and his dad somehow either bribed the priest, I don't know what they did, but Mark and I were able to play a couple of songs at the funeral. I mean, it was sad, but if you'd go see him before he'd be lying in bed before he died, and he just couldn't believe that Will and Rodney were killed, especially since Rodney was probably about 25 years younger than he was. He couldn't understand that someone younger than he had died, and there he was, and he lived a very hard life. So I think about Nathan a lot. Nathan was very interesting. When Anne Savoy published that first book on Cajun music, Reflections or whatever she called it, Nathan's family, she asked Nathan if she could put his music in the book, and he said no. And he was old-time Cajun, just like Mr. Okta Clark. When they died, they didn't want their music to live on. They were over. But while they were alive, it was a whole different thing. They want you to come see them. So we're talking about a very different culture and a very different age, and it's all gone away. So the only ones you have is the memories. So thank God for Facebook. We have my, what do you call these things when you talk? Those vocal stories. What do you call them?
You mean stories?
Stories, lies. They're all lies. Anyway.
It says in Wikipedia that Miss Nathan wouldn't let his accordion go to the Smithsonian.
No.
So it's actually at the Mark Savoy at the Acadian music.
Steve Riley has it.
Steve Riley's got Nathan's accordion.
The one made by the what they call that little Mexican. I don't know where he came from.
Where's the little Mexican?
There was a Mexican dude. He had several. You can't just have one accordion. He had several, but the one that's on the photograph of most of his albums, which had
the red one,
the very colorful thing. Yeah. Steve Riley has it. I don't know if it's full time or he just had it for a while. And it was some guy it was a Mexican dude. That's what they called him. He lived like in East Texas. And he made that accordion for Nathan.
Although you're forgetting like a very important thing, because Cajuns themselves were so discriminated against, they have this bizarre way of not knowing the words that are used as racial slurs. So, for instance,
that little Mexican is
they don't know what dago is. What are all those words you don't know? You don't know any of them.
Don't know any of them.
So incredibly, because they were so discriminated against, they never learned the words to discriminate against other people. So little Mexican would actually be as far as they went, and he was probably just dark, right?
Probably. He did have a Hispanic last name, but I can't remember what it was. Someone on here might know, but I don't.
I know, but how are you going to know Rodriguez or Rodriguez?
Well, that's how you pronounce it.
Exactly.
We used to have some people that would farm some property that my mother inherited from her father. And the guy's name we'd call him Clifton Alvarado. Alvarado is Alvarado.
Alvarado.
And then if you had my first cousin, Clarabelle LeBlanc, married, what's that son of a bitch's name?
LeBlanc?
No.
LeBlanc's always...
it was Martinez and not Martinez.
That's it, Martinez instead of Martinez.
So yeah, we had, and then the Artigos became Ortega. So it was like some very weird pronunciation.
Very creative. It's very creative, wasn't it, Butternut? Yes, it was. Yeah, Southwest Louisiana was a nice place.
Grow up in a different world. This is a request from JC. A little happy song. It's from the Balfours. It's called My True Love. It's a song about a guy that he's got to pick up some ingredients to eat along the way from Eunice all the way to Texas to go visit his girlfriend so he can ask her to marry him.
No, you got that paper cut.
That thing just, it can't play.
If you take it off, what?
Well, that was yesterday.
You gotta open it up and start bleeding all over the place? Man, I'm sick of this nursing gig.
I bleed for my art. Sorry about that, y'all. Don't mean to be obnoxious. There we go. There we go. nouvelles, je m'appelle, j'étais là-bas au Texas. J'ai passé par Inès, que moi je l'achetais une 25 sous. Quand j'arrivais à Basile, j'achetais une canne de sardines. C'est pour faire qu'on voyage ici là-bas au Texas. Quand j'arrivais à Lac Charles, manger la moitié, bébé. Je quittais l'autre moitié, mais c'était de mon déjeuner. J'ai du bel, je m'appelle, j'étais là-bas au Texas. J'ai passé par Inès, que moi j'achetais une 25 sous. Quand j'arrivais à Basile, j'achetais une canne de sardines. C'est pour faire mon voyage d'ici là-bas au Texas. Quand j'arrivais à Basile, moi j'ai pris ma mère. Elle m'a dit, mes chers Bénéc, sauvez-moi juste pour Paris. Quand j'arrivais chez ma belle, que la rue mange, je t'ai vu. Je sais bien amitié, ça va jamais oublier. Elle a mes préférés avec les larmes dans ses yeux. Elle m'a dit, mes chers Bénéc, sauvez-moi juste pour vous marier. My True Love by the Boulefaz. All right, let's see here.
Did you turn on the dishwasher?
It's been on for
Is
the
that your,
past 2 hours.
that's your percussion?
That's my percussion. This is a request from Ben Samuel.
Who isn't here today?
Yeah, he
Is
shared
Ben
it.
Samuel here?
He shared it. I don't know if
Hello,
he's there.
Ben. Thanks for your information.
So, as I said before, repeatedly, when I was learning how to play this stuff, I was very lucky that I got to meet the makers of it, which is real cool. One of my favorite, one of the most exciting times we would ever have would be to meet somebody very bizarre and strange. And
When was this? Where was this?
when I was a kid,
Oh.
learning how to play this stuff.
You mean like Buckskin Bill?
Yeah. But I got to do Ben's song first. So this song is a song from a guy named Edius Naquin. There was a Cajun song called The Hack on My Road, but he took the words, he took the song and rewrote it. And Ben Samuel likes it a lot because the Hackberry Ramblers played it. They had a little different version. And mine has a little more chordal thing to it from Beausoleil. We figured this out one day. And then from my friend Doug, I kind of slack keyed it, if you know what that means. So it's called The Hack on Moreau. It's a song about a happy drunkard, Mr. Moreau, who thinks he's a very good cook, which he's not. And he's drunk and he has this little wagon that he has candy and stuff on it that he gives to the kids. And he knocks it over in the dirt and it just tickles him to no end. He starts dancing in the dirt and he's happy that the dust clouds happen. So when he gets home, he makes it, he's such a bad cook that he can make bananas taste bad. And in this song, he also makes a chicken fricassee that's completely inedible. So there you go, The Hack on Moreau. I wonder if he made raw as Dee. Raw.
You have to practice. Like I said, yeah. That ad is so bad.
Can't say that raw.
Raw.
You know, I used to get, because I went to Cathedral Carmel High School in Lafayette. People said, "But you're not a Cajun. You went to Cathedral High School.
You got no accent.
You got no accent."
You got no accent.
When I moved to New Orleans, I said, "Man, you got a Cajun accent." I never ever changed the way that I was. Right.
But your papa could put on one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Le hack amoureuse a capoté, chat, capoté dans la poussière. Les bananes sont pas mon genre, le candy a tombé, l'été pour sourire. Allons danser, Moreau, n'amuse pas quand même. Allons danser, Moreau, mais je les pêche. Allons danser, Moreau, pour manger des bananes. Ah mais pas Moreau, yon bambouche chat. Mais Moreau, c'est un gâteur de ménage. On a été chez Moreau hier soir, chat. Elle nous a fait un fricassé, il n'y a pas mangeant. Allons donc chez Moreau, mais je les pêche. Allons donc chez Moreau, pour manger des bananes. Ça aurait pas été la TV Saborosa, on aurait pas été de tout, non chez lui. C'est le hack amoureuse à capoter, capoter dans la poussière. Les bananes sont pas mangeables, allons donc chez Moreau, mais je les pêche. Allons donc chez Moreau, pour manger des bananes. The hack amoro.
See?
You're stretching out that.
Stretching out that leg, my ass.
All right, so here's one that the old timers would do. It was lots of fun. New song for y'all. It's called Coiffeur, which means what to do. Sometimes you just feel like, man, coiffeur, what to do. I learned this from Canray, Fontenot, and also from Boissec Ardoin. And I was playing that the other day, and he said, that sounds pretty good. I don't think she ever heard me play that before.
I don't think you've ever heard me say it like that before either.
Say what?
Well, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
he was yelling from upstairs. No, you didn't.
I actually hollered down the stairs, which is
That
even
sounds
worse.
all right. Copain, tu fais tout ça. T'as coûté tout le temps, mais t'as pas mis. Ta maman t'a dit t'étais trop jeune. Moi je connais, je suis pas capable de le rejoindre. Coiffeur, mais t'es tout le temps. Ta maman t'a dit t'étais trop jeune. Quoi faire, mais moi j'ai pas tracas. T'as coûté tout le temps, mais t'as pas mis. Moi je suis pas capable d'aller dans tes bras. Un copain, t'es comme ça. Copain, mais t'es tout le temps. On n'a pas tout comment je voulais te joindre. Prends courage, va revenir une fois par an. T'as coûté tout le temps et ta famille. Un copain, mais t'es tout le temps. Copain, fais tout ça. Alright, quoi
That's a
faire,
little
y'all?
toe tapper.
It sure is. It's a toe tapping tune. Alright, let's see here. I'm halfway through here. Oh yeah. JC wanted a song. Here we go. This one, next week is the beginning of hurricane season. Boo.
Boo.
This was the title song of my completely solo album. It came out in the year 1999 or 2000, can't remember. I don't even know if it's still in print. That's a song that I learned from listening to Alex Broussard, and the song is called Dans l'année de 57, the year of 1957. And there was a huge hurricane that hit Louisiana. It was called Hurricane Audrey. That hit like on the 24th or 5th or 6th of June 1957, and I was born a week later, believe it or not. And it was such a terrible storm with a surge that it pulled out to sea at least 1,500 people. It killed at least 1,500 people. It was a massive storm. And so that Alex Broussard wrote a song about it, and it goes something like this. L'année de 57, dans les mèches de la région, et dans la mer, il y a mis une lampe, et qu'a couvert dessus des tas, tous les biens des résidents, à flotter pour le funéraire, en parapluie de l'ouragan, dans l'année de 57. Tous les bêtes, la grande chenière, on était noyés dedans les mèches. Les habitants à Pacanière ont été ruinés par l'eau salée. Et les résidences du Sud, avec nous, courage du monde, ont retourné dessus la soude dans l'année de 57. tous les restes de la région ont prié dessus les tas. La charité a été donnée pour les résidents des mèches et le monde de Cameroun avec nous courage du monde. De dans l'année à Cameroun, de dans l'année de 57. Aujourd'hui, y a pas gagnère, les chênières à Cameroun. C'est paradis pour les chasseurs, les pêcheurs et les pêcheurs. Dans la mèche de la région, les résidents sont tout contents. On va rappeler de l'ouragan dans l'année de 57. Okay.
Hi. What do you think he heard?
I have no idea what Puppy. Puppy heard something. He was staring at the walls. This was so funny. We didn't know what was going on.
Puppy's quite the, he's a sensory, whatever you call him. He's got like ESP or something. But now he just wants a treat.
All right, so let me get back in tune, and we're going to play a Mississippi John Hurt song, and maybe a Guy Clark song, and a little bit of Dean Martin song, and then...
And I'm going to have to leave you at that.
Well, no,
Because even my watch is telling me I have to stand up.
Well, you go stand. We started late, so I know. Okay. I can cut one out.
So we got a request from the great Doug Stutz, who's a silversmith. Y'all ever want to go see some great handmade hammered silver? Please check him out. That's S-T-U-T-E-S. And he was looking for some slack keys. I don't know if that's going to fit in. Is the slack key the Dean Martin song?
No.
Oh.
I did a Slacky song already. That was a heck of a
No, I know, but I didn't know if he knew.
Oh. Slacky's hard, man.
As a shout out to all of our friends in Hawaii, who, by the way, this fall, I think are going to initiate their very first Hawaiian music program in terms of actually getting a degree in it. And a friend of ours started that program, and another friend of ours supported that program. So we're hoping that this will take care of Hawaiian music disappearing forever. It was dangerously close. And so we've got our fingers crossed that the language will be saved, just like Cajun music, that the language of the songs will be saved. So if you have a chance, head on out to the University of Hawaii and see what they're doing with Hawaiian music.
Yes.
I think this is the college on Maui. I'm not
Yes, in
100% sure, but I think it is. But anyway, if you're ever out there, they have ukulele classes all around the island, but especially around the University of Hawaii at Maui. You can go up on the mountain, leave the beach. I know it's hard. But go where all the real people live, and you'll be surprised at what you can learn. It's pretty amazing. So.
If it was easy, we'd all be doing
That's
it.
right. If it was easy, we'd be so aloha, we'd be up to our ears with it.
Here we go, Mississippi John Hurt, Lewis Collins. I came across a video the other day, and it was a compilation of stuff that I'd never seen before. He was a hell of a musician.
And a raconteur.
Oh yes. Mrs. Collins wept, Mrs. Collins moaned to see her son Louis leaving home. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. Oh, Bob, he shot once, And Lewis, he shot too. But he shot poor Lewis Collins, he shot him through and through. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. Let's try to flat pick it. Oh, kind friends, oh, ain't it hard to see old Collins in a new graveyard. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. When they heard that Lewis was dead, all the people they dressed in red. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him. The angels laid him away. All right, Lewis. I love that
Doug
song.
calls it the Get Laid by Angels song.
I like that.
I like it too. Get Laid by Angels. What do you want better night?
He just wants
Look, he's
things.
gonna play drums. You can hear it.
You need to turn that camera on the dog.
Nobody's laughing at you. Nobody's laughing at you. Ever. They don't laugh at you.
It's for our buddy Charlie, the Reverend Charlie, who passed away. I got an old blue shirt and it suits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. I got an old guitar, won't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and an empty room. I got an old pair of boots and they fit me just fine. Well, I can work all day and I can dance all night. I got an old used car that runs just like a top. I get the feeling that it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff that's feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I got a pretty good friend who's seen me at my worst. He can tell if I'm a blessing or a curse. But he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I got a woman I love, she's crazy, she paints like God. She's got a playground sense of justice, she don't take odds. I got a tattoo with her name right through my soul. I think that everything she touches just turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that works, stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. That's a great song. Too.
Yeah, it's a great song.
All right, let's see.
That's a good one to dedicate to Reverend Charlie too, and all the other people we've lost this year.
Jesus. However, I've been very lucky. All the people I've tried to, that I needed something from or wanted to ask information from, everyone is still there. So, most everyone that I've tried.
So the people you reach for when you fall are still there.
As far as I know, I haven't reached for them all yet, and I haven't fallen yet. So,
I don't know, man. It feels like a free fall.
the sun is sinking.
You should just leave that like that.
The sun is sinking.
Like the end. I like that. It's
I need some help.
cryptic.
The sun is sinking in the west. The red wing, the cattle all go down to the stream. The red wing settles in the nest. It's time for a cowboy to dream. Purple light in the canyon. That's where I long to be with my three good companions. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. I'm gonna hang my sombrero on the limb of a tree. Coming home, sweetheart, darling. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. The whippoorwill in the willow sings a sweet melody, riding to Amarillo. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. No more cows to be roping, no more strays will I see round the bend. She'll purple light in the canyon. That's right. Long to be with my three good companions. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. That's a good song, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's a good song.
it's a great song.
So we're going to end up the show today. How you like that? I'm going to take off these picks. I don't know what y'all do for Memorial Day. We're still trying to figure it out. Probably nothing.
Generally speaking, it's by this time it's too hot for me to even bother.
It's time to turn the AC low, take the
Yeah.
windows dark, and just read books and watch movies and shit like that.
Make decals.
Make decal.
Yeah.
This is one from Woody Guthrie. God, I can't. There we go. It's one I hadn't done in a while. I felt like it fits with Memorial Day. It fits with a national holiday. It's called The Pastures of Plenty. And it's well, I didn't use a capo once today. How you like that? Boy, isn't that
Well,
wild?
how come it's there?
Well, I have it just in case, you see.
Uh-huh.
Let's check the tuning. In any case, I'm not getting on an airplane for a little while. However, if anyone knows anything about Malta, you're welcome to write me, or Dee Dee, because we've got a destination planned ahead, and for some
It's actually work.
for work that Dee Dee's going to try to do this summer.
There's two things we were going to ask their help with. There was Malta, if anybody knew anything about Malta, and there was something else, but it wasn't about travel. It was about something else. Hey, Debbie Bennett.
If we want to remember.
But collectively, y'all know an absolute shit ton of stuff. So if we ever have any questions, we generally go, wait till Friday, we can ask everybody. But right now, I'm going blank with this.
Well, forget it. We'll put it up. We'll post it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for listening. We're going to end up with
Absolutely.
Pastures of Plenty. The 10 songs, which takes just about an hour because it took me about 10 minutes to find our feed on Facebook. Woo!
Gotta look at
And-
that little red camera.
That little red camera was not visible.
Yeah.
Hope y'all stay safe.
Enjoy the holiday weekend.
We'll see y'all next Friday, I hope, if everything is good.
Yeah, and for those of you who actually have little fires going in your house, please come visit soon. It'll be 92.
It's a mighty hard road that my poor hands have mowed. My poor feet have traveled a hot, dusty road. Out of your dust bowl and westward we rolled, and your deserts were hot and your mountains were cold.
Yeah, for JC it was perfect.
Well, I worked in your orchards of peaches and prunes. I slept on the ground in the light of your moon. On the edge of the city, you'll see us, and then we'll come with the dust, we'll go with the wind. California, Arizona, I harvest your crops. Well, it's up north to Oregon to gather up your hops. Dig the beets from your ground, cut the grapes from your vine, to set on your table your light sparkling wine. pastures of plenty from dry desert ground, from the Grand Coulee Dam where the waters run down. Every state in the Union, us migrants have been. We'll work in this fight and we'll fight till we win. It's always we ramble that river and I. All along your green valley I will work till I die. My land I'll defend with my life if it be, 'cause my pastures of plenty must always be free. 'Cause my pastures of plenty must always be free. Merci beaucoup, y'all. Y'all have a great
Nicely
week.
done.
We will see y'all next week. Be kind to the tip bucket if you can. Tell your friends we're still out here doing it. And be safe. And happy Memorial Day. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
À bientôt.